Not long after 8 o'clock in the morning, there was a loud and insistent bark that reverberated through the calm street. It was a tiny curiosity at first. Another then 5, then 10, always in the same spot. Riley the Johnson's tan and white rescue. Mutt had never been an aggressive dog. He liked belly rubs, peanut butter, and chasing butterflies. But for some reason, every morning he sprinted out of his yard and made a beeline for the green metal mailbox at the edge of Mr. Warren's lawn. And then he barked nonstop with an intensity that surprised even the neighbors who'd known him for years at first. It was funny. Kids laughed. The mailman waved it off some. Thought maybe Riley was just reacting to the scent of another dog or leftover food scraps. But every morning like clockwork, he barked his heart out at that mailbox. And only that mailbox. Then things started to feel off. Mr. Warren, the elderly widower who lived alone in the small blue house, hadn't been seen in days. He usually sat on his porch reading the newspaper, waving at passers-by. He'd chat with the mailman, say good morning to joggers, but now his blinds were closed, the trash bins hadn't moved, and the red flag on his mailbox, the one that signaled outgoing mail, stayed up for 3 straight days. And Riley kept barking. Mrs. Green, who lived across the street, began to worry on the 4th day. She stepped out with a cup of coffee and watched as Riley once again ran across the street, planted himself in front of the mailbox, and barked like the world was ending. He wasn't just making noise, he was calling for help. She walked over slowly. Riley didn't back away. He turned, looked her in the eyes, and then barked again, sharper this time, more urgent. He glanced toward the front door, then back at the mailbox. Mrs. Green's heart began to race. She rang the bell, no answer. She knocked louder this time. Silence. The front door wasn't locked. Inside, the air was still too. The living room was dim, cluttered with unopened mail, a fallen lamp, and a coffee mug shattered on the floor. The TV was on low volume, a news channel playing to no one. And then she saw him. Mr. Warren lay on the kitchen floor, half curled, one arm outstretched toward the hallway. His face was pale, his breathing faint. He had suffered a massive stroke and had likely been lying there for nearly 2 days. Mrs. Green called 911. Immediately, paramedics arrived. Within minutes, they said he was lucky. 1 more day without fluids, and he might not have survived, but he did, thanks to Riley. When they inspected the house, they found scratch marks on the back door, signs that Riley had been trying to get back in, and on the mailbox, nothing special. No unusual smells, no food, just a stack of letters. But to Riley, it was the only way to get someone's attention, and it worked. Mr. Warren is now recovering in a nearby rehab facility. He's talking again, smiling. He asks about Riley every time a visitor stops by. And Riley, he still runs to the mailbox every morning, but now he just sits and waits for the mailman, tail thumping against the ground. There's no barking anymore. His job is done, because sometimes the most powerful cry for help isn't a scream. Sometimes it's a loyal dog barking at a mailbox, refusing to be ignored until someone listens. Sometimes the ones who can't speak say the most in loyalty. In instinct and action, a dog's bark save a life, reminding us real heroes don't always wear uniforms.